Okay, in this problem we have to, based on the u of t function, we have to take the limit. Okay, this is the equation we have to use for the finding the stability of the system. Okay, how, what is the u of t minus 1? The u of t signal is going to be shifted by one position towards right side. If it is taken as 0, 1, 2 means u of t signal is going to be starting from 1, it will be continuing further, right? This is our signal. What is the limit is going to be taken from 1 to infinity? The signal is going to be existing because it is a multiplication. Here it is of a multiplication function. For that reason the limit is going to be changing from 1 to infinity, that is e power minus 3 tau d tau. After integration it is going e raised to minus 3 tau divided by minus 3. Limit is from 1 to infinity. Apply the limit. E power infinity is going to be 0. Okay, 0 minus of minus, because here is also minus, minus of minus, substitute for tau as 1, right? So though, so I'll be taking as e raised to minus 3 divided by 3, that is less than infinity only. Okay, therefore the system is of a stable one. Then about the causal, a continuous time LTI system is going to be causal when it is going to be causal. Remember this condition, h of t is going to be 0 for t less than 0 means negative values of 0. Are we getting any negative values here if I multiply with the e raised to minus 3t? No, you will be getting only positive values. Therefore, since the given h of t is 0 for t less than 0, therefore the system is going to be a causal. Next, find whether the following continuous time impulse response are stable and causal. H of t is going to be e raised to t u of minus 1 minus t. Okay, solution, it's going to be, the plot of h of t is given as this one. If I do the u of minus 1 minus t, you will be getting as the signal where it is shifted by one position towards the right side, but the here is also minus sign, minus t is there, right? I hope you remember the reflection of that, you will be getting this signal u of minus 1 minus t. Okay, after this if I multiply with the e raised to t, you will be getting the, like this signal. That is for a first condition. Take the stable function, that is integration minus into plus infinity, h of tau into d tau is going to be integration minus infinity, because the signal is existing from minus infinity to minus 1, minus infinity to minus 1 e power tau into d tau. After integration you just substitute the value here. Upper limit is going to be minus 1 minus e power minus infinity is going to be 0 only. You will be getting as e power minus 1, which is less than infinity, therefore the system is of a stable. Then since h of t is not equals to 0 for t is less than 0, because at negative side the signal is going to be existing here. In the previous case it's not going to be existing, for that reason it is of a causal system. Here it is going to be existing in the negative part, right? For that reason it's going to be a non-causal system. Next question, the same thing, same question, we have to find causal. For the signal it is given h of t is going to be e power minus 4 mod of t. Okay, the plot if I do for h of t, you will be getting like this signal. You have to substitute for t values 0 1 2 3 and then minus 1 minus 2 minus 3 minus 4, you will be getting like this signal. Okay, where it is decaying in the positive way also, in the negative way also. Then first we have to go for to find the stability. Take the equation, integration minus infinity to plus infinity, h of tau into d tau. That's going to be, observe here, minus infinity to 0, one signal is there. Again from 0 to infinity, signal is going to be extending. So limit is going to be taken here as minus infinity to 0 e power 4t tau d tau plus 0 integration 0 to infinity e power minus 4 tau d tau. Therefore, after integration, you will be getting as e power 4 tau divided by 4 with the limit minus infinity to 0 plus e minus 4 tau divided by minus 4 with the limit 0 to infinity. When you e power 0 is going to be 1 only, but e power infinity is going to be 0. For that reason, you will be getting as 1 by 4 here. In the same way, you will be getting here also 1 by 4. If I add, you will be getting as 1 by 2, which value is less than infinity only. Therefore, the system is of a causal system. Sorry, stable system. Then what about the causality? H of t is not going to be equal to 0 for t less than infinity. For negative values, the signal is going to be existing. If it is existing means it is of a non-causal system. That's one problem. Next problem, it is given as, for the following impulse responses, determine whether the corresponding system is memoryless, causal and stable. Here the problem is given as h of n is going to be equal to 2u of n minus 2u of n minus 1. What is our 2u of n? Or 2u of n is going to be, it's a discrete time signal. The magnitude is going to be 2, taken as 2 for each samples till infinity. It will be, this is our 2u of n function. Then what about u of 2u of n minus 1? The signal is shifted by, here taken as 0th position. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Then at 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, the signal shifted by one position with the magnitude remains same, right? It will be, you will be getting like this, and it will be continuing further. That is our, this is the signal is of minus 2u of n minus 1. When I subtract here, just you observe, from 1 to infinity, it is also 2 only, magnitude is 2. Here from 1 to infinity, here is also of a minus 2. So 2 minus 2, it's going to be 0. Only at the 0th position, you will be getting the signal as, here I drawn, and only at 0, you will be getting the signal, that is sample as 2 only, with the magnitude 2. This is the signal what is of our h of n. Now we will go with the conditions what they asked. First is of a discrete time LTI system is having the memoryless if h of n is going to be equal to 0 for n not going to be equal to 0. Okay, the plot is h of n is given like this. Since h of n is going to be 0, h of n is going to be 0 for n not equals to be 0, means for other values are all are having the zeros only, right? For other values rather than at 0. Therefore, the system is of a memoryless. Simple, right? Then second is of about the causal. In the negative side, we don't have any signal. So since h of n is going to be equal to 0 for n less than 0, therefore the system is of a causal. Then stability function. This is when I do this operation, what's the representation you will be getting? I can write as 2 into delta of n, right? Therefore, summation of k varying from minus infinity to plus infinity of h of k is going to be equals to 2 only with a magnitude which is less than 0 infinity. Therefore, the system is of a stable one. This is important. This question is asked in the exam for 4 marks, RL 5 marks. Most probably these questions will be asking for 4 marks only. Next problem, it is given as h of n is equal to delta of n plus sin n pi. Okay, h of n is going to be equals to delta of n due to the reason sin n pi is going to be equals to 0, because when I substitute for n values, for any of the n values, if you substitute sin pi 2 pi 3 pi any values, it will be 0 only. For that reason, since h of n is going to be 0 for n not equals to 0, therefore the system is going to be memoryless. Then h of n is going to be 0 for n less values of 0, therefore the system is causal only. These are simple, right? What we understood in the previously, we can write directly. Just you write the condition, then you write the result. Okay, then summation k varying from minus infinity to plus infinity h of k is, that is going to be equals to, because only delta n function is there, delta n function is always 1 at 0, right? For that reason, you no need of taking the limit from into minus infinity to plus infinity. Okay, only at 0 you will be writing as 1, so you can directly you can write here it as 1 only. Therefore that is less than infinity, therefore the system is of a stable one. Okay, next problem is important. Okay, this question is asked in the exam for 5 marks or else for 6 marks. Okay, find the step response for the LTI system represented by the impulse response h of n is equal to 1 by 2 power n u of n. Here they told that we have to find the step response. We already come across what is the equation for step response. I hope you remembered. Solution: for a discrete time LTI system with impulse response h of n, the step response s of n is given by, it's going to be taken as summation k is varying from minus into n h of k. For n less than 0, for negative values of 0, because u of n is going to be exist for only of the positive values, therefore s of n is going to be 0 only. When n equal to or greater than 0, therefore s of n is going to be k varying from 0 to n, because u of n is going to exist from 0 to infinity, but here the range is going to be taken as n only, right? For that reason, 0 to n, 1 by 2 power k. Therefore s of n is going to be 1 minus 1 by 2 power n plus 1 divided by 1 minus 1 by 2. Here if I modify the signal, modify this equation, I'll be getting as 2 into 1 minus 1 by 2 power n plus 1, that is for n greater than or equal to 0, and the resultant you can write as s of n is going to be equal to 2 into 1 minus 1 by 2 power n plus 1, which the parameter will be taken. Here it is given, that is u of n, it is given. For that reason, right here also u of n, the resultant signal what you got. Okay, then the next problem is of find the step response for h of n is equal to u of n. U of n is going to be always 1 only, right? H of n for unit step is always 1, therefore s of n is going to be varying from summation k is equal to 0 to n, it's always 1 only. After this the equation will be getting as n plus 1 for n greater than or equal to 0, therefore s of n is going to be n plus 1 u of n. If you do this, you will be getting the signal for this s of n as substitute for n values 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, you will be getting it is always increasing. Okay, this is the signal you will be getting for the step response. Next problem, evaluate the step response for the LTI system represented by the impulse response h of t is going to be t into u of t. Step response equation is, in terms of continuous, s of t is going to be minus infinity to t integration h of tau d tau. Here t instead of t, it's going to be taken as tau, and the limit is based on the u of t function. Our limit is going to be changing here. It is going to exist from 0 to t into t tau. Therefore after integration you will be getting as tau square divided by 2 with a limit 0 to t. Therefore, we will be getting as t square by 2, which is for the t greater than or equal to 0. You have to write the condition for which value you are going to find here. Okay. Therefore, the step response is going to be s of t is going equal to t square divided by 2 u of t. Just right here. Okay. Then the next question. These are all very important. Each will be asking in the exam for 4 marks. All are important. All questions are asked in the exam. Okay. Therefore, next is find the step response e power minus mod of t. Right. S of t is going to be is a normal equation minus infinity to t e raised to tau into d tau for t less than 0, because it's a mod. For positive values also we have to calculate, and also for the negative values also we have to find out. When t is less than 0, what is actually we have to write as e power only minus tau we have to write, but the negative values of t we are going to find. For that reason, minus of minus is going to be taken as plus. What we have to write? Minus of minus tau for negative values of the t. For the negative values of the t, minus of minus is going to be what? Plus. For that reason, here it is taken as e raised to tau d tau. If I integrate this, you will be getting as e power tau with a limit minus infinity to t, and after solving, you will be getting as e raised to tau only, because the next part it will be 0. E power infinity is going to be 0 only, for that reason. Therefore, next, when t is less than or equal to 0, here the limit is going to be changing from minus infinity to 0, then from 0 to t. Okay, then minus infinity to 0 e power tau for negative values, then for positive values 0 to t e power minus tau d tau. If you solve for this, you'll be getting as e power tau 0 minus infinity plus e power minus tau divided by minus 1 0. Solve for this, you'll be getting as 2 minus e power minus t. Therefore, s of t is going to be e power t, where t is less than 0, and when it is of t is greater than or equal to 0, 2 minus e power minus t you will be getting. Okay, each problems are important. Okay, then the last problem here it is given as, for a discrete time LTI system, the input output are related by the. Here one equation is given, and this is very important. It will be asking for the 6 marks. Okay, y of n is going to be equals to x of n plus 1 plus 5 x of n minus 7 x of n minus 1 plus 4 x of n minus 2. What you have to do? Find the impulse response of the system, then also comment on the stability and causality of the system. This is the given equation what they given in the problem. Then y of n is going to be taken as, in this case I am taking x of n outside. X of n is, I hope you remembered, I can represent the x of n in terms of delta function. By the graph we come across that. The same thing I am using that part here. Okay, therefore x of n is going to be converted with the this. What I can write, x of n is going to be taken outside means the leftover part is always delta of n plus 1 plus, here x of n is taken, 1 is nothing but delta of n, 5 into delta of n minus 7 into delta of n minus 1 plus 4 into delta of n minus 2. Therefore, y of n is going to be x of n convolution with this whole function is nothing but our h of impulse response, that is h of n. Okay, therefore h of n is taken as this function, whole function you write delta of n plus 1 plus 5 delta n minus 7 delta of n minus 1 plus 4 delta of n minus 2. This is like in the equation part, but when I am going to represent just a values, here it is taken like this. H of n is going to be equals to, this is n plus 1. Okay, the magnitude is going to be 1. Here it is taken 1 5 1 comma 5 comma minus 7. The magnitude values we have to write. If it is not having any magnitude means, if it is of minus means minus 1 you have to write. If it is of plus means plus 1 you have to write. Then comma 4. Observe here, delta of n is going to be existing at the 0th position, right? For that reason you have to make an arrow here. It is indicating that the fifth value is at the 0th position in the delta function. You have to keep this in mind. Remember this 0th position means this indicating that at 5 it is at the delta n position. Whatever coming in the left side, it's of delta n plus 1, n plus 2, n plus 3, n plus 4, like this going for. And whatever the function it is going to be existing in the right side, it is of delta of n minus 1, n minus 2, n minus 3, and it's going on. Okay. Therefore, take the equation summation k is varying from minus infinity to plus infinity mod of h of k. Here all you can add here directly because it's summation, right? 1 plus 5 plus 7 plus 4, just you add. Okay, even though it's of a negative value, just you add. What you will be getting? You will be getting as 17 less than infinity. Since the impulse response is absolutely summable, therefore the system is of a stable one. Since h of n is not going to be equal to 0 for n less than 0, for h of minus 1 you will be getting as 1 only. Therefore the system is of a non-causal. Next, convolution property of the 2 delay function. Unit impulse response sequence is given by 2 delaying functions. If are there means it is given as n minus l convolution with delta of n minus m. It's going to be taken as delta of n minus l minus m. Okay, just you remember this equation. Next problem it is given. Determine the convolution of 2 given sequences. What you have here, we can do by a graph way or else with the equation way also, but here a different method it is used. Just you observe here, x of n, the samples given here as 1 2 3 4, and for h of n 1 1 3 2. Okay, represent those in terms of a delta function. What I can write here, to 0th position it is of 2, and here it is at 1 position it is of a 0th position. Okay, therefore delta of n plus 1, I told whatever coming in the left side it's of n plus 1, then 2 into delta of n, 3 delta of n minus 1, then 4 delta of n minus 2 you will get. For h of n 1 1 3 2, they only indicating that 0th position is at 1. Therefore it is starting with delta of n plus delta of n minus 1 plus 3 delta of n minus 2 plus 2 delta of n minus 3. Next we have to multiply these two, means convolve these two. X of n convolution with h of n, that is going to be equals to delta of n plus 1 plus 2, means delta of n if I multiply with the whole function, you'll be getting as delta of n plus 1, 2 delta of n plus 3 delta of n minus 1 plus 4 delta of n minus 2. Then multiplying delta of n minus 1 with the whole. Observe here, delta of n minus 1 into delta of n plus 1. What is this? Delta of n, here it is of minus l minus m, means minus l minus m, right? Here it is of minus 1, here it is of plus 1. Minus of plus, it's going to be delta n only. N it's going to be existing. Plus 1 minus 1 it will be 0. For that reason here it is of delta n. Just you have to add this with the next value what it is there. Okay, then 2 into delta of n with the delta of n minus 1, you will getting as delta of n minus 1 only. Okay, then delta 3 into multiplying here for this, right? 3 into delta of here n minus 1, here n minus 1, n minus 2 you will get. Then 4 n minus 2 delta of n minus 2. Here only 1 is there, right? 4 into 1, 4 only. N minus 1, n minus 2 means n minus 3 you will get. Plus, go for the next value. 3 delta of n minus 2. Here plus 1 is there. Means you will be as 3 delta of n minus 1. Like this you have to go on multiplying for each. Then you will be getting as, that is going to be delta of n plus 1 plus 3 into delta of n. You have to go with adding of those with respect to the n minus 1. Here it is there, again here it is there. Wherever n minus 1 is there, you just search and add of those. Okay, then you will be getting the resulting signal like this. Therefore you will be getting as delta n plus 1 plus 3 delta of n plus 8 delta of n minus 1 plus 15 delta of n minus 2 plus 17 delta of n minus 3 plus 18 delta of n minus 4 plus delta 8 delta n minus 5. Therefore in the resulting I can write as y of n x of n convolution with h of n is going to be, just representing the magnitude values here, 1, 3, 8, 15, 17, 18, 8. Where is our 3? Here it is. You have to make an arrow here at 0th position value. This is how you have to do the problem for this. This question, if they may ask, do the convolution. They will be giving two sequences. You have to do the convolution operation for these two. Okay, this question will be asking as 5 marks in the exam. Okay, we'll stop here. We'll continue in the next class.